And good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? Hope you all enjoyed the first week of Act 3. But let's go ahead and begin the countdown to Episode 3, Heresy, beginning at the beginning of February. For those new here, this is the update series where I go over all the rotators from the core playlist to the Pale Heart and various areas on what is in rotation for this week, as well as cover all the new weekly challenges and the Bright Dust offerings in Eververse. So if you want to stay up to date, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting notified when these go up every Tuesday. But with that said, I should be live this evening over on Twitch, link in the description below, where I'll be playing through, or I guess preparing for episode Heresy while I do some weekly bounty grinding in preparation for the act. But enough of that, let's go ahead and dive into week 15, shall we? So first off, with our core playlist in the Vanguard, our weekly Grandmaster this week is the Battleground Behemoth Grandmaster with Unstoppable and Barrier Champions. Our weapon for the week is the Wild Style Special Grenade Launcher. I will have a link in the description where you can check out the various roles for it, so you can make sure you get the right role you want. Sadly, as per usual, nothing in the Land of Gambit. However, in Crucible, it is Iron Banner, I believe, for the next 2 weeks before the episode ends. So, if you haven't gotten the title or gilded it, great time to get that completed. It is also Double Valor. So, if you want to get either the seasonal weapon or the cosmetic ornament for it, good time to grind that out. And then it's also currently Supremacy and Showdown. So if you don't want to do Banner and want to do either one of those, good time to do that. Alright, enough of that. For our rotating raids, first off, over on Europa, our raid this week is the Deepstone Crypt. So if you're still trying to get any of those weapons crafted, or the Eyes of Tomorrow exotic rocket launcher, great time to farm it out. And then over on Neptune, the raid is the Root of Nightmares. So, and once again, if you're trying to complete any of those weapon patterns or get conditional finality, good time to get that completed as well. Alright, next up for our dungeons, they're both in the Legends tab. So we have the Ghost of the Deep dungeon with the Navigator exotic, and then Prophecy dungeon with a very amazing ghost shot, I guess. And then for our exotic mission this week is the Nord Avalon exotic mission for the Excalibur. So if you're trying to get any of those catalysts still or get it crafted, good time to get that completed. Alright. Over in the Pale Heart, our weekly co-op mission is Iconoclasm. Don't forget you'll need at least one person with you so you can just shoot the front and back of a specific enemy, as well as shoot 2 nodes in various rooms at the same time. And then our weekly overthrow mission area is the landing. So if you're trying to get a good roll on Ergo Sum, great place to get that done. And then it is also the Forgotten Deep Lost Sector for today. So make sure you have a Barrier and Unstoppable if you want to get some exotic engrams in preparation for Act 3 and the new exotic gear from Rahul. Right. Enough of the Pale Heart. Lastly, over on Neptune, the weekly terminal overload is down here in Liming Harbor, and the current daily Vex Incursion Zone is up here in Ashma Park. And then don't forget, tomorrow at reset it will be in Liming, and then the following day it will be in Zephyr Concourse. Alright, enough of that. Let's go ahead and dive into our weekly challenges as well as new Revenant content. So first off, with the new week, we have the 𝕊𝕚 Vengeance seasonal activity. It is required that you have at least one person with you, or a total of 3. It is not matchmaking, so you cannot run this activity solo. And then lastly, for our seasonal challenges for the week, we have Fortress 3, complete Part 3 of Act 3, 𝕊𝕚 of 𝕊𝕚s. Immortal Wrath, defeat combatants with the Slayer's Fang and Exotic Shotgun in episode Revenant Activities. Neptune activities. In 𝕊𝕚, complete bounties, patrols, public events, and lost sectors. Combination Appreciation. Earn progress for giving combinations in Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit activities. Expedited Violence. Rapidly defeat targets in Crucible, Gambit, or Vanguard. Bonus progress is granted for Guardian Final Blows. Ultimate Champion. Defeat champions in any Nightfall Strike on advanced difficulty or higher. Earn bonus progress at higher difficulty tiers. If it's the same as previously, this is I think you have to do a total of 50 champions on advanced. I'm not sure, but I believe it is still 50. And then lastly, Calibrate Long Range. Calibrate long range weapons, pulse rifles, bows, and trace rifles. Bonus progress is granted for defeating guardians. Alright. That is it for our week 15 challenges. Don't forget, after you cannot make sure you turn in your challenges as they will not carry over to the new act. Alright. Lastly, we're going to go over the Bright Dust offerings in the Eververse store. Remember, no silver. So first up on the front page, we have the Synchrotron Advancer ship from Chosen, I believe. We have the Feast of Feelings emote from Splicer. No, from Plunder, I mean. The Overflowing Treasure projection from Plunder. The Empirical Imperative shader from Seraph. It's a good shader depending on what you're wearing. What I have on right now, not so much. If you have a more mechanical or metal armor, it works great. And then lastly, the Shattered Sinew shader from the 30th anniversary. Alright, on the Bright Dust page, we start off with the Wiggle Worm emote. We have the Slow Jam multiplayer emote from Defiance. Not Defiance. Lost. The Archangel's Shell from Lost as well. The Arc Courier ship from Splicer, part of the Arc set. There's a Sparrow and a Ghost as well. The Mud Cake Monstrosity Sparrow from the 30th anniversary. The Opalized Nobility weapon ornament for Rat King from Echoes. And the Corvidade projection from Revenant. Up next, we have the Deep Sea Jaunt shader from Black Armory. The Vertigris shader from Drifter. The Royal Welcome shader from Opulence. The Raven Silk shader from Plunder. We then have the Vexgate Arrival Time effect. the champion entrance random effect from our rivals. And lastly, the catch flight entrance random effect from Undyne. That is it for week 15, as well as the new content with Kel's Vengeance. So I hope you all have a great and wonderful week and enjoy as we count down to episode 3 Heresy at the beginning of February. Just a reminder, I'll be live over on Twitch around 5 p.m. Eastern Time, where I'll be doing some bounty prep work and some of the new activities as we get ready. So I hope you have a wonderful time, and I will see you next video, everybody. Goodbye.